Morning, Leslie. I'm sitting here with a cup of coffee, looking out there, making the most of the fine weather, because that's going to get a bit wet, innit?
Well, it is a bank holiday weekend, isn't it? So not a great surprise.
Well, that's right, boy. Yeah, you can sort of set your clock by it, can't you?
Yeah. Well, it's been ever so dry, though, hasn't it? What's your garden like?
No, it's all right. The grass is nice and green, because I got myself a new sprinkler, right?
Oh, have you?
And yeah, because I used to have one where you just squeeze a handle.
Yes.
And what I used to have to do, I used to have to put an old broom handle in the grass. Then I used to gaffer tape it round the top, so, and you sort of turn it every 10 minutes, I got an old egg timer.
Yes.
And I used to set it, and then when that rang, I went out, and I just turned the old handle, so... But what I got now, I got one of these ones, right, and as does he, clever boy, because all you do is you put the thing on the hoods, and then you stuff it in the end, and that sort of do a wavy pattern,
Oh, a wavy pattern of water.
Huh?
A wavy pattern of water.
That go over, right?
Yep.
It's like a fountain. That go over, and then that come all the way back over and do the other side,
Wow,
so I ain't out there. I don't have to go out with a gaffer tape or nothing now. That weren't cheap, mine, but it's good quality, and so that should see me all right if I look after it.
Excellent. You didn't get
the old grasses, because you can't let it get too dry, can you, Leslie? If I get too dry now, that'll suffer when the old warm weather do finally arrive, if it ever come.
Well, it seems a way off at the moment. I'm not on the radio next week. I was hoping for a nice warm week, but I think I'm going to have to keep my woolies on.
I know, you sort of keep your fingers crossed, and Peter. I know, right? Neil on the corner, he went down right and had a drink in the pub garden, and he say that was so cold he couldn't stay there much. They're sort of worrying it. They say go out and support everywhere, but you can't stay out in the garden at night. It's cold in it.
Take a hot water bottle out with you.
He took his old duffel coat, and he had his old cap on, and he say he wished he'd have took his gloves.
It is rather chilly, isn't it? It was rather chilly. Hey, look, what sort of week have you had? Has it been okay?
Yes, not bad. Not the budgie is gone. I did tell you, didn't I, about Mother wanting another budgie?
Yeah, you got a knitted one in the end, didn't you?
The girl rules me sorted that out, right? She done this. She got a knitted budgie, and what I done, I got an old cage, right, that I cleaned all up with a Brilla pad.
Yes.
And it had an old thing that go around the bottom like a elastic thing, So,
yes.
I mean, that looked all right.
Lovely.
So what we done, because of Mother's eyes, we propped that up. I got an old cut hanger.
Yes.
And I wound it round the perch, and I stuck it up. I sat the budgie on it, and then what I done was I up in the loft, I had an old water thing. That was no bud, right? And you blow in it, and that make the noise.
Yes.
That's right. So Mother thought that the budgie was... I'd got her a budgie, you see, but what's happened, beginning part of last week, we sat there watching... What are we watching there?
Line of Duty?
No.
Call the Midwife?
No, we were...
Bargain Hunt?
We might have been watching either Tipping Point or The Chase.
Okay.
That was one or the other. And I like that old Tipping Point, That's good, innit?
Yeah, it's good.
That ain't like that other thing on the... Where you have to sit and concentrate. You can just
pointless.
sit and watch that, can't you, the old Tipping Point? It's either going to fall or it ain't, innit?
That's very true. That's very
true. That don't take a lot of working out, do it?
Anyway, back to the budgie.
Huh?
Back to the budgie.
That's right. So, anyway, what had happened is we sit there, and... the cut hanger must have got loose or something. Anyway, all of a sudden, the budgie fall off the perch, right, on the floor.
Oh, no.
And I say to Mother, the budgie's had it. So I went over, and I forgot myself for a minute, you see, but as I got over there, I think, no, she don't know. She think that's real, you see. So what I done, she think that's dead.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. So what she done, she made me take it outside, right, Leslie, and I had to dig a little hole, and I had buried this ruddy budgie up by the bark chippings. So I just hope that old black cat don't come along, because I do like to crap on my bark chippings, as you know.
As I know, yes.
And pull them about. I don't want that scrapping that budgie up and running off with that.
No.
So Mother now, she has said, well, she said that we won't bother again while I'm not having it. So... I am thinking about selling the cage. Now, do you know if people still want to buy cages?
Well, should we throw it out and see if anybody would like to buy it from you? Anybody would like to buy a budgie cage? I mean, you could go on Facebook Marketplace and put it on there, perhaps.
No,
or...
I ain't on all this whole face thing. I ain't on all that. I just want to know if I put that in the shop window or something, do you think I'll get a tenner for it?
Or put a little card in the window. I'm sure someone would like it, as used by Brian in Melton. It'd probably be worth a fortune.
I'll clean it up and everything, the whole thing at the bottom. Put some bleach on the thing that's elastic on the bottom, and that's come up nice.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll sell, so you won't have to worry. So she's...
Well, at least now, Mother
she's
now,
happy,
she
isn't
thinks
she?
the budgie's died. She says,
Yeah.
poor old Pixie.
Yeah.
And, that's all done and dusted, and I shan't have to keep going in the kitchen and blowing in this ruddy bud every so often. So that's...
Can I ask you, because we value your opinion on this show, and a lot of people reckon that you should be Prime Minister. What do you think of the cost of doing up Downing Street?
How much have they spent now, Leslie?
Oh, it depends on which paper you read, but tens of thousands, I think.
Well, right, I was watching some old squid on the telly, and they say on there that they've been the wallpaper. They say it's £800 a roll. Is that right?
Apparently so. That's what some people are saying. Yep.
£800? Is that right?
Well, I don't. That's what some people are saying. I can't confirm that, but that's what some people are saying.
Where the hell are they getting this from? Are they getting on a plane and going to some Arab country and bringing that back or something? Because, when I'm now thinking back, right, boy?
Yes.
I'm thinking back to, blast, that must be 10, 15 years ago, right?
Yep.
When I done a living room out,
Yep.
I took myself off the Great Mills, or one of them down there, and I got myself some wood chip. Now, that old wood chip, that's only a couple of quid a roll,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I'll put that on, that ain't come off. That's still on the wall. Every so often I give that a new lick of magnolia, and that's been fine. So why are they spending £800 on the wallpaper? If I can't understand it, because blasting flats can't be that big, can they?
No, I don't think they are.
They could have probably, if they'd have got wood chip, they could have probably done that for, I don't know, what, a couple £100 you expect, or even that, would you?
Yeah, a bit of cheap emulsion over the top, lovely.
I can't, matte emulsion, old boy, because the walls here, they aren't too clever, so the matte emulsion sort of hide it up. If you use that old silk stuff, then you get a bit of shadowing,
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, I know some of our MPs listening to this programme and listen on a Friday, so maybe they'll pass that on to the Prime Minister and carry.
I can't understand it. I can't understand why anyone would want to spend £800, let alone £8 on a roll of wallpaper. Why would you want to fritter your money away like that when, good old wood chip, right? You put it up.
Yes.
And you can paint it again if you want to change the colour. You ain't got to take it off like you have wallpaper, have you? You can just paint it a different colour. I don't understand why everyone has to be spending so much money. I mean, after all you do is sit and watch a telly in the rooms, don't you?
That's all you do, yep. Yeah, it is. There'll be a lot of people agreeing with you, Brian. A lot of people agreeing with you.
I can't understand it, Leslie. Why, I sit there and I just think to myself, you want to get a job, you want something to worry about, because if all they got to do is worry about, I don't know how much their old curtains are going to cost them, and the wallpaper. I mean, £800 a roll, Leslie. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's probably good quality, Brian.
Yeah, but I'd want someone, right? If I was paying £800, I'd want someone to come round, right?
Yes.
And I'd want them to print that for me in my living room. If I was going to do that, and then I'd want to put it on the wall. I bet they then had to pay someone, right, to come round and put it on the wall. I put mine on the wall myself, right?
Yes.
And they're still there. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
With all that's going on, do we really care?
Well, that's a very good question. That ain't
the point, Leslie, that he's done his flat up, because we all want something to look nice, don't we? But
now,
that's the fact that he spent £800 on a roll of wallpaper. And how many rolls did he buy?
I don't know. I don't know. Brian,
if you're talking about, I don't know, half a dozen rolls, well, you're talking about. You're talking
a lot of money,
well,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, isn't it,
It's a lot of
Leslie?
money, yes. Look, can you do some shout-outs before we go?
Yes, I can, yes.
Would you mind? Because we've got quite a few again today.
Righto.
If that's all right. And, hang on a second.
Hello?
Hello. How much was that roll of wallpaper? Anyway, no, hang on.
Which one, Leslie?
Mark, would you ask Brian from Melton to wish Tom Hunt from Barrow a happy 80th birthday?
Tom Hunt and his 80?
Yeah, in Barrow.
Happy birthday to Tom in Barrow.
Yeah. And here's another one coming through. Hi, Mark. Keep up the good work. Really love listening to the show in the morning, and we love Fridays with Brian. Anyway, is there a chance you could get Brian to wish my husband, Pete, a happy 70th birthday for the 2nd of May? Really nice. If you can both do this, it would make his day. So happy birthday, Pete.
Yes, happy birthday to Pete. He's going to be 70?
Yep, he is, yep.
Yes.
Dear Mark, or I mean Leslie, says Philip, my brother Gerald and I listen to you and Brian every Friday morning. Would you please ask Brian to wish Gerald Barker a happy 76th birthday? It's his birthday today.
Gerald Barker, his birthday today, and a happy birthday to Gerald.
Good. Only a dozen more to go. Please, clear your throat. Please, we would like a happy 84th birthday request for our dear mum, Brenda Skippins. If Brian could give her a mention, she'd be overjoyed. She listens to him every week with her morning cup of tea in bed, and it makes her day start with a giggle. So that's Brenda.
Brenda, and that's her birthday today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Brenda.
Yeah, and one, a couple more quickly. This Kyle Wilson's birthday on Wednesday. Kyle's birthday is Wednesday. Yes, and he says, could you also give a shout out to Melissa Norton, who goes to my day service, and can you wish her mum Denise a happy birthday for the 5th? A happy birthday, he says. Denise.
Who am I saying it to now then? Because there was
Denise.
Denise, and that's her birthday today.
No, on the 5th.
On the 5th. Well,
yes.
Happy birthday to Denise on the 5th.
Yes. 2 more. Blimey.
Christ, that go on, don't it?
It does, I know. That's what I keep telling you. This is happy birthday for Monday to Marion Calver in Ipswich, with lots of love from Richard and Liz. So Marion Calver.
Yes, happy birthday to Marion on Monday.
And finally, could we possibly ask that Brian from Melton says happy birthday to Faye in Cockfield during your show? This would mean a great deal to her if you're able to do so, please. This is from Nigel and Julie in Bury St Edmunds. So Faye in Cockfield.
Faye in Cockfield, and that's her birthday. When is it?
Today.
Today. Right.
Today.
Well, happy birthday to Faye in Cockfield today.
Wonderful. Brian, thank you so much for the wallpapering tips.
Righto, Leslie. Have a nice... Enjoy the sunshine, boy, because that's going to get wet.
Okay. Cheerio together.
Cheerio together.